Clubhouse. I am your host, Rob Cesternino, and I am being joined by a man who is very special to everyone in the League Schmuck Fantasy Football League. Here he is, the one and only Commissioner Tim Pilleri. Commissioner, welcome back to the Clubhouse. Always a pleasure. And we are being joined by fantasy football genius and NFL insider. Please welcome a very special guest who's joining us via the OnStar hotline. Here he is, Sam McMahon. Sam, how are you doing, sir?
What's going on, ladies? How are you guys?
Sam McMahon.
Don't you forget it, sir.
All right, so Sam has gone over the 12 rosters of League Schmuck. He is an impartial person who is an NFL insider, and he is here to give us the ranks of the 12 League Schmuck teams. So, Sam, in your research, what did you find?
First and foremost, it looks like most of you guys fairly know what you're doing. A couple of you guys got lucky in that some other people didn't know what they were doing. Overall, two really good teams.
Can you give us the worst team in League Schmuck?
12 would be, and I don't even think this is English, Crypsolasis Kebab.
Crypsolasis Kebab, the worst team in League Schmuck. Sam, why is that?
Well, I'm not buying Vince Young. You never want a quarterback who's more dangerous with his feet than he is on his legs, or with his arm. Steven Jackson's great. I actually have him in my keeper league. You won't be hurting there. Clinton Portis, and you've got Liddell Betts backing behind him. That's all fine and good till one of them gets hurt. I'm just not really sold on either one of them. Your receivers, okay. Torrey Holt's good, but he's getting older. Overall,
okay.
Sorry, not happening.
Good.
Commissioner, you agree with that pick?
I agree. Crypsolasis K-Bob, rookie fantasy player, not going to have a good year. No rookie will.
Rookie, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
All right, Sam, let's switch gears a little bit. Give us your top three teams from 3, 2, and 1.
3, 2, and 1. Fantasy Girl would be number 3.
All right, the Fantasy Jezebel. Amidst allegations this week that she purchased the ESPN Insider Draft software to help her draft this team.
Cheater.
Who
is the second best team in all of League Schmuck?
Second best team is also probably the safest. If you're looking through the draft, it's probably the safest drafting team. Didn't really go for high upside, but Pac-Man's Rainmakers.
All right, I'll buy that. What's so good about that Pac-Man's Rainmakers team?
Nothing.
Well, Tony Romo, I'm a huge fan. Now
you would be, Sam.
I'm from Dallas. That said, I still think he's going to light it up this year.
Yes.
This is a Cowboy fan on the line.
Yeah.
And a Survivor fan.
What else is good about Pac-Man's Rainmakers?
So strong, honestly. The running backs are strong. Not really extremely great, but this team has no holes.
No holes. Sam McMahon, our NFL insider, fantasy football genius. He knows what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Who is the best team in League Schmuck, in your opinion?
The best team would be the
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. What did he say?
I believe he said the Mojave Gynecologists.
That is what I said.
It's cut the line.
Now, Sam, what is so great about the Mojave Gynecologists besides the obvious LaDainian Tomlinson?
Well, Mark Bolger is great. LT, you don't get any better. Now, let me say this. If they decide to start Brandon Jacobs all season long, that'll all change.
So the gynecologist will be tough to beat. So Sam McMahon, NFL insider, did you have a chance to take a look at the Ghost of Barbaro team? Where did that fall in your rankings?
That would be very middle of the pack, number 6.
On top half?
With the team, nothing is wrong with the team, but nothing really stands out. It's just kind of a team.
What are your credentials exactly?
My credentials?
Yeah.
My credentials would be that I have won over $2,000 in 2 years, in the last 2 years playing fantasy football.
Cha-ching.
Big whoop. Huh? Big deal, Sammy. I win like millions of dollars. All the time.
All right, well, Sam, thank you very much for your analysis. Very much appreciated. We'll have you back on the podcast sometime later in the season to check in, and we'll follow your predictions all year long as you pick the Mojave gynecologists to run away with the whole thing.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Sam, thank you very much. And at this time, I'd like to do a segment that we like to do at the end of every podcast here on the Fantasy Football Clubhouse. It's time for Commissioner Pilleri's League Note.
League Schmuckites, you were all privileged to be in this league. My commissioner's note this week will go a little something like this. If you fucks don't step it up on the message boards, I might just delete the whole league. You hear it? Yeah, it's coming. Step it up. Post more. Vote more. There's a poll builder on the comments, and if you don't use it, I'm going to cut everyone. Except for me. Thank you.
The commissioner is a mean commissioner, but he's also a fair commissioner. Very poignant words again tonight, Commissioner Pilleri. On that note, a somber note, we'll leave you this week on the Fantasy Football Clubhouse. Thanks again to our very special guest, Sam McMahon, and his fantasy analysis. There's only about a little bit over a week until the start of the NFL season and thus the beginning of the League Schmuck fantasy football season. So until next week on the Fantasy Football Clubhouse, and for Commissioner Tim Pilleri, I'm Rob Cesternino. We'll see you next time.